Abebi, run, 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 like Choma, run, run, run. Abebi, run, run, run. Welcome guys to Circle Time with yours truly, Bisola. I'm sure you enjoyed the awesome episodes that you watched so far and you've had a good time with your mommies, your daddies, your friends, and also shared stuff like Mr. Flagman. Did you guys research some more on him? Yes? That was really interesting, right? And we also talked about Abebi, isn't it? And Chioma and Junwa. Fun times. Well, we have so much more in store for you because on Circle Time with Bisola, all we do is share the rich culture, rich stories of Nigeria and also Africa. So guess what? I'm sure you're looking behind me and you can see something, and then there's a book to my right here that says The Adventures of Abebi. So today I will be reading you a lovely, lovely, lovely story about this young girl called Abebi. Yes, guys. Now, Abebi is this beautiful little girl, the only child of her parents, Mr. Kunle and Mrs. Zainab. Abebi is so creative. Abebi loves to talk. She's curious. She asks questions. She helps her mom around the house. She's not mischievous, very handy, just an all-round amazing child. And we're going to go on adventures with her. She's also got a little rabbit that does so many wonderful things. I'm sure you want to hear about it, right? You can't wait to listen to this story I'm about to tell you. Well, sit back, relax, and enjoy as I, Bisola, on Circle Time with Bisola, bring you The Adventures of Abebi. Okay, so we're going to start with our first story. As the alarm clocked 7, Abebi sat up in bed and stretched. It was the 5th day of the midterm holidays, and as a habit, she still woke up early. Great! It's morning again. Hearing herself, she jumped out of bed and drew the curtains apart to let the glorious sunlight in. It was one of Abebi's favorite hobbies to catch the rising sun. Do you also catch the rising sun sometimes? I do. Good morning, Mr. Sun. Good to see you up. Abebi went to the bathroom to brush her teeth and soon was bounding down the stairs to the kitchen to help her mother make breakfast. Good morning, Mommy. Good morning, Mommy. That's what Abebi usually said when she was going to say hello to her mom. Good morning, my dear. I hope you slept well. I sure did, Mommy. Abebi went to her parents' room and greeted her dad as well. Afterwards, she went back to join her mom in the kitchen to help prepare breakfast. Being the only child of the family, Abebi tried to help her mom and dad as much as she could, and for that reason, everyone was glad when Abebi was around. She never littered her toys or played with breakable objects. Do you litter the house with your toys? That one that is on the floor, go and pick it up now. Abebi's parents bought her nice engaging toys such as puzzles, Lego sets, board games, and art supplies. And Abebi showed gratitude by keeping them safe. Mrs. Zainab, Abebi's mother, is a horticulturist. I can hear you asking, horticulturist? Yes. A horticulturist is a person who grows flowers, fruits, and vegetables in a garden. So every time you see someone planting fruits, tending flowers, and looking after vegetables, just know that those people are horticulturists. Mrs. Zainab also has a store where she sells them. Abebi helps her manage her beautiful garden by watering it and pulling out the weeds when they start to grow out. Hard-working Abebi. Mr. Kunle, Abebi's father, is a medical laboratory scientist. A medical laboratory scientist is someone who conducts tests in the laboratory. They help doctors discover what is wrong with patients. Ababy also helps him carry out research by reading samples out to him when he is reading in their home library. When Mr. Kunde is less busy, he creates awesome science experiments at home for Ababy with household items. So after breakfast, Ababy cleared the tables and did the dishes. And soon enough, the only chore left for Ababy was to water the plants. It was by far her favorite chore to do, so much that she didn't even consider it a chore. She especially loved plants because of their bright colors, and looking at them made her very happy. Her mom also taught her that chlorophyll gave plants the bright green colors. The garden was so spectacular. Ababy would spend hours either reading picture books, investigating the peculiarities of plants, or just playing, jumping up and down in the garden. So just as Ababy was watering the plants, something strange happened. The water stopped running. Oh, what is wrong with the tap? Twice Ababy went to the tap to ensure that it was turned on, but the water was finished. So while she was trying to figure out what was going on, Bibi came to the scene. Who is Bibi, you're asking? We only know of Ababy's mommy and daddy. Who could Bibi be? Bibi was the name of Ababy's magical bunny. She named Bibi because her big and adorable eyes reminded her of her best friend in school called Obiajulu. So the tap is open, but it is not running. Can you help me move the hose up and down so that I can check if it is stuck? Sure, Bibi said. Bibi was always eager to assist Ababy. So Ababy unplugged the hose and bent down, picking the hose up and looking straight into it. And guess what happened at that exact moment? Whoosh! The water came pouring all over her face. Everywhere. Ababy just figured out that her dad must have noticed the water had finished from inside, so he turned on the pump. And that pumped the water straight from the ground, through the pipes and into every outlet in the house, especially the hose that Ababy was using to water the garden. Oh wow, the water is so warm.
That reminds me of a fascinating spring in Nigeria.
Really? Which one?
Ikogosi Warm Springs.
If it is already a spring, then what makes it so special?
Why don't you see it for yourself?
Well then, let's go. Before each trip, they both have to say a secret word. And they will hold each other's hands. So right now, I want you to grab your sister, grab your mommy, grab your auntie or your daddy, anybody around you, and let's say this secret word with them. Why do they say this secret word? It is because Bibi had some special powers. And once they merge their hands together and shout the secret word, boom, they go and have an amazing adventure. So Ababy grabbed Bibi's hand and together they shouted, Vroom! Vroom! Vamusha! So take your mommy, take your daddy, take your siblings, and together let's say this magic word. Vroom! Vroom! Vamusha! And at that point, they just disappeared out of the garden and reappeared in a very beautiful land with high mountains and covered with green, lush vegetation. They had new adventure clothes. I feel like changing into something so that I can wear it there. But no, let me stay here and keep reading to you. Now they were set.
Where are we?
Bibi replied.
A state in the southwestern part of Nigeria.
Which one? Asked Abebi. Remember I told you that she's very curious?
We are at Ikogosi Warm Springs in Ekiti State.
I've always wanted to visit Ekiti State. Is it true the houses are built on rocks?
It does have a rugged landscape, and so people have to build on the uneven ridges or rocks. That's even where it gets its name from.
Knowing that Abebi's mommy is a horticulturist and Abebi loves plants, she was just taking in the whole landscape and wondering how plants could be growing on mountains. She had been enjoying it so much that she didn't even know when she bumped into a young girl right in front of her. Thankfully, she did not fall down and hurt herself.
Yeah, where are you going to now? I'm so sorry. I was so excited, I missed my step.
Is this your first time around here? I haven't seen you here before.
Yes, it is.
Ẹ káàbọ̀.
Thank you. Are you from this state?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I am from Lagos, meaning we are from the same geopolitical zone. My name is Abebi. What's yours?
My name is Labake.
Nice to meet you, Labake.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you come here often?
My mom works in a restaurant close by, so I'm here almost all the time when I'm not in school.
You must know a lot about this place then.
Of course now, I do. Do you want me to show you around?
It will make us so happy if you show us around.
Us? Abebi looks round and sees that Bibi is nowhere to be found.
Don't worry about that.
Abebi shares a wink with Bibi because only Abebi can see Bibi. Nobody else can see her in this new land because, remember, Bibi is a magical bunny. Oh yeah, let's go to the stream first. So Labaka led the way to the stream where cold and warm water met but never mixed. When they got to the stream, Labake told Abebi to take off her shoes and walk in the water. Abebi didn't know yet that the two waters had different temperatures, but she did notice that they had different appearances. One was clearer than the other. Abebi did as she was told and stepped into the water.
Oh, it's so warm. I would love to take a swim in it.
Labake laughed. You could even drink from it too if you wanted. People normally drink from it here.
Really?
Yes now. There are many herbs and medicinal plants growing by the water. They have real good healing properties, and the plants, they don't always mix in the water. In our house, we drink from the water here and it makes us feel strong and okay anytime that we have stomach pains. Now, move, come, let me take you to that tree over there. Abebi walked up to the tree at the farther end of the stream, but she noticed that the water was getting colder.
What happened to the water? It is cold.
Yes, it is cold. Now turn back to where you are coming from. Abebi made a U-turn and suddenly the water was warm again. She was surprised.
Wow! What is happening to the water? Or is something wrong with my feet? Why are they so different?
Labake started. It is because the two wives cannot get along.
What two wives?
Do you want to hear a story?
Sure.
Oya, come. Let us sit down under the shade here and I will tell you a story that my mommy told me about the water. Do you want to hear the story too? I thought as much. So they both sat under the tree and Labake began to narrate the story of the waters. Oops, I mean the two wives. Once upon a time, there lived a palm wine tapper. His name was Baba Elenu.
and he had 2 wives. Baba Elenu's wives were always fighting, always quarreling. Anytime Baba Elenu was not around, they both threatened to test their powers to see to see who had the most power between the both of them. The second wife was the hot-tempered one, while the older wife was the cool-tempered one. But deep down inside her body, the older wife, she was tired of always fighting. She thought that if she showed the younger wife that she had more power, then the younger wife would no longer be making her angry and looking for her trouble. So one day, when Baba Elenu had gone into the forest to tap palm wine, the 2 wives got into another argument. This time around, the older wife put on her slippers and said, "Iwo, you will see me." She started walking into the forest. When she was walking, and she got into the forest, she just turned herself into cold water, cold spring water. The younger wife noticed that the older wife was no longer answering her when they were quarreling and said, "Hey, let me follow this my old first wife, follow her and be trekking and enter into the forest." As she was walking, she just saw that, my older wife has turned herself into cold water. Me too, I will do my own. She just went, and said that she was going to turn herself to cold water. As she was going and running and shouting, she climbed up so high that she fell down, hit her head hard on a strong rock, and broke into pieces all over the hills. So any place that her head touched as it broke is hot water that was just flowing out of it. Hot spring water. When Baba Elenu came back, he called his wife. "Ìyàwó mi, bring my food. I am very hungry. I have been tapping wine since morning. I am very hungry." When the child went and he saw that nobody was answering him, he entered the first wife's room, no answer. He entered the second wife's room, no answer. He came out and went to the first wife's farm, no answer. He went to the second wife's farm, no answer. He was still shouting, "Ìyàwó mi o, ìyàwó mi, ẹ̀yin dà, where are you? Come out." He did not say anything. But just before he turned to go back home, he saw footsteps. He said, this is the footstep of the senior wife and the junior wife now. And he started following it. He followed and followed. Oh! And that's how he now saw that the first wife and the second wife had turned themselves into water. Hot water and cold water. And they could not turn themselves back to human beings. He was so sad that he said, he cannot leave his wives that have turned to water here alone. He now said to himself, that maybe since they have both turned into cold water and hot water, let him turn himself into a big mountain, and maybe the 3 of them will become a family once again. And that was how Baba Elenu turned himself to a big, massive mountain.
Wow! What an interesting story, Labake.
Isn't Labake a very good storyteller? Because honestly, I enjoyed her storytelling.
Can we climb up the hills to where the water comes from?
It is far into the forest too. Nobody can go so deep into it. But there is a place in the ground where you can look and see a warm spring coming out of it. And so Labake took Abebi to the wall they built around the little well of water where the spring flowed forth. Abebi was so excited, she couldn't wait to go back home and write down all about it. She didn't want to forget any part of the story. So Abebi thanked Labake for teaching her, and she was really happy that she made a new friend in Ekiti State. Soon, Labake had to leave because she needed to help her mom out in the restaurant. Because Abebi had a magic bunny who could leap through time, the beautiful thing was, time didn't move too fast when they went to another land. Back at home, everyone was doing their normal things, and they didn't even notice that Abebi was away.
I hope to see you sometime again, Labake. Thank you so much. Now I know a lot about Ikogosi, and I cannot wait to write all about it.
It will be nice to see you too, Abebi. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Ó dàárọ̀. Bye. They waved each other bye and they left. Labake did not understand why Abebi kept referring to herself as we, but she smiled and walked away and bid her farewell. When Labake was out of sight, Abebi picked up Bibi the bunny and hugged her real tight and said,
Thank you so much for introducing me to this special place. It is really amazing. You were right about it being so fascinating. I had so much fun learning about it.
Me too. They had to return home before anyone noticed, and thankfully, time stopped back home, so they hurried home. Quickly, they got home. It will soon be lunchtime. And boom, vamoosh, holding each other's arms, they came back home. And once again, our duo of Abebi and Bibi were back in Lagos. And Abebi rushed to her room to write down everything she had learned about this new adventure. Did I mention that Abebi had a diary? And everything she wrote into this diary? Well, guess what? You never know. We are still thinking maybe Abebi wants to compile everything that she has learned and everything that she has seen into that diary for the rest of the world. She wants to make it into a book. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't you love to see that? Yes, I know you would. But I also enjoyed learning about Ikogosi, the warm spring and the cold spring that never meet, that never mix. I would love to go there someday. Would you like to come? Should we arrange an excursion that we'll all go there together and have a good time? Well, let's ask mommy and daddy. Well, that's it today on Circle Time with Bisola. We shared a wonderful story of the adventures of Abebi, and I cannot wait to come back and share another amazing story on the adventures of Abebi here on Circle Time with Bisola. I had so much fun. Tell mommy and daddy thank you, and make sure you don't litter the house with all your toys. Be like Abebi. Abebi is a good girl. All right? I love you. Until next time, we'll be back with Circle Time with Bisola. Mwah. Love you.